plane tickets to San Francisco, but the Patriots didn't even make it to the Super Bowl. I don't want to go.
Katie, we gotta go.
I'm not going. I'm not
we
going.
Gotta go. Come on.
No.
Come on, we gotta go.
No.
Come on.
I'm not going.
Come on.
Don't make me go.
Come on.
No, Dave.
Come on.
I don't wanna. Cool. I'm at the Super Bowl and the Patriots aren't. Honestly, I'd rather be in an island prison. Road's so windy and stupid. Gronkowski was open in the end zone on that 2-point conversion. Why didn't you throw to Gronk? I don't want to be here. I don't care about Uncle Jesse. He sells yogurt now. I want Tom Brady. The fact that you're making me be here is like, how rude. What the Gronkowski? Screw San Francisco. Yeah, all right, I love San Francisco. I'm happy I'm here. This is great. Let's do this. Closet in New York. So this is really great. We even have a crowd.
Yeah.
Hello, lovely crowd. And if that's not enough, our offices for the week are at Twitter HQ, and they have an amazing building and free bacon. We got a great show planned today. I start a rap beef with Peyton Manning, obviously, it's a sports show. And we have a fantasy draft on Super Bowl halftime performers. And my new buddy, Colin Cowherd, stops by. Also, my old buddy, Fox NFL insider Peter Schrager, is here with me. He'll be on the show every day this week because he has nothing better.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Peter, you're like our Katie for president.
I like that.
How about we just renew the show? I'll take that. Just renew our show for another season. You're like my Andy Richter this week, except
I love that.
You've got more football knowledge, I hope.
Barely. I'm going to give you the lay of the land, though. We're at Radio Row. This is Monday.
Okay.
So this is like kind of...
I didn't know either of those things, so thank you so much.
Calm before the storm. This is going to pack even more. So right now, these guys are great. I love you guys right now. This is awesome.
I love you, too.
But this is like a Jacksonville Jaguars game. It's not packed, but the fans that are here are passionate. They're ready. They're committed. And it's only going to get bigger and bigger as the week goes on. So be ready.
You turned that around, but you just compared my show to the Jacksonville Jaguars game. Do you have any advice for me? It's my first Super Bowl doing a show.
I say don't pace yourself at all. Go guns blazing. Day one, because you don't like that term.
Easy,
no more guns blazing with Katie Nolan. I know. It's bad. Not bad. Sit back here. Just have fun. You're going to do great. It's going to be amazing.
You think so?
I'm a little more concerned about you, though, than the guests, because I've been watching your show now for 2 years, Katie. And it's in a closet in New York, like you said, but it's also taped.
Yeah.
Now we are live. Has anyone given you any advice? Do you have any tips or?
No, I asked my friend Peter Schrager for some, and instead he just told me that he was nervous for me. No, I'm really nervous. I'm gonna screw this up. Sorry. But so yesterday, when I first got here, I got a voicemail from my mom.
Mama
Dukes. Running around, I'm filming a bunch of stuff. Cammie Nolan. She called, she left me a voicemail, and then once I listened to that, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be fine. I think we have it. Can we play Cammie Nolan's voicemail?
Hi, Katie. It's Mom. I figured you were in the air or whatever, but I was just going to call and say good luck, have fun in San Fran, and interview a lot of famous people, get high ratings. We're going to watch you every night. I love that you're going to be live. I think that's the best thing ever for you. All right. I'm on my way to the grocery store. Bye.
I'm on my way to the grocery store.
Amazing. So, like, what's on your mom's grocery list before she leaves that message? And I love that she has to include that. Like, you're interested right now. Mom's going to the grocery store.
If you know one thing about Cammie Nolan, it's that she hates grocery shopping. She is out on grocery shopping.
That is just the worst.
Not into it. So that was her letting me know, like, your life sounds fun. I have to grocery shop right now. I like the get good ratings.
Just go get good ratings.
I've just been holding off the good ratings until
waiting.
This is my sweeps week. I've just been holding them back. Do these all count, Nielsen? Do we get a rating for every person back here? Because they're suffering through this show, too. Knowing my parents, I'm going to get one of those from my dad tomorrow, and we'll play it on tomorrow's show. So be sure to set your DVR. Must-see TV. Schrager, we're going to chat a little bit more later.
Can't wait.
But okay, so I'm here at the Super Bowl. I brought my whole show. I got my producers. You can't see them, but I can. I have my set, kind of. I have my quad-color pen. Don't leave home without it. The only thing I don't have is my football team. I know. No one feels bad for Pats fans. But this is my first Super Bowl, and they were really supposed to be here. And Gronk was open for that two-point conversion, but okay, that's in the past now, and I have to just move on. I figure since I'm here, I should probably have some sort of vested interest in this game. I'm not going to full-on jump on a bandwagon or anything, but, like, you don't spend a week at Six Flags and not get on some rides, unless you're too focused on eating Dippin' Dots. But there's no Dippin' Dots here. I did ask, so I digress. Okay, let's look at my options. On the one hand, we've got the Broncos. Obviously, my first instinct here is a hard pass because they just beat the Patriots last week and my wounds are still fresh. But then I heard the team ate chicken parm sandwiches on the flight out here, and that seems kind of like self-aware and cool, you know, because of Peyton's jingle. Side note, it's listed there on that menu as a pre-departure snack. Now, that is a level of fancy I'm not even familiar with. Pre-departure snack sound dope. Yeah. But okay. Then I remember that I spent my second-round pick on C.J. Anderson this season in my fantasy league, and it killed me. And then, he got good again, just in time for it to kill my actual team. So that would be a really tough thing for me to live with. So let's look at the Panthers. Cam Newton's having an incredible season, probably going to be the MVP, and he traveled to California yesterday in these pants. Not only these pants, also these shoes. Not enough people talking about the shoes.
Wow.
I'm a big fan. I travel exclusively in sweatpants. Sometimes I don't even put shoes on, so I respect this fashion decision. But then, of course, Cam makes other fashion decisions I don't respect at all, like when he wore that T-shirt of him and his newborn baby child, Chosen, dabbing in matching outfits. I am out on that shirt. I hate that shirt. I also feel if he was going to name his son something outside of the box, he should have gone with Fig, but whatever, that's just one woman's opinion.
Fig Newton. I like that. That's
you like
good.
that?
That's good.
Peter Schrager, so it's two people's opinions. Plus, speaking of names, Latulale and Keekly are fun to say, just like San Francisco. Fun to say. So who do I choose? I just laid out so many important facts there. Which way do I go? It's such a close call. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. Yeah, that's my decision. You should too. Hashtag Pats fans for Cam. Join the movement, people. You gotta root for someone, right? You can't root for a Manning. There's a ringing endorsement. Pats fans for Cam, because who wants to root for a Manning?
Nice.
Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and bring out our first guest. You know him from FS1 and Fox Sports Radio. In fact, I am fairly certain, whether he knows it or not, he paid for this set. So, as a thanks to him, here we got him, Colin Cowherd, everybody.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm supposed to hand you this, and I'm
Looks like
supposed
we
to...
got some day drinkers by.
Yeah!
You just looked like you were about to start some karaoke when you walked up. Like, hello, I'm
Great.
Colin.
I just waved at colleagues. That was so odd. I waved at them instead of them. That was really strange.
I think you did a great job. I was told you were going to high-five me, and you sort of left me hanging, but that's okay. It's your set. So what the hell?
How do you feel here? San Francisco?
Yeah.
Very wired?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, it's the digital epicenter of North America, right?
Yeah, that, and then the number 2 on that list is the Garbage Time Studios in New York City.
So you're not excited because your team's not here.
No, yeah, I'm not as excited as I could be. That's the one thing you and I have in common, actually. We don't have much, but we have Tom Brady. That's our breakfast at Tiffany's.
It is. It is.
How upset are you that he's not here?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm more of a Brady guy over a Manning guy. I'm not, I'm not anti-Peyton Manning. I think you lean a little more anti-Peyton.
I respect him, but right now I'm really pissed at him and I don't like him at all.
Yeah. The way I look at Brady is the more times I can see Brady in a big game before he retires, the better. So this is one less huge game I could see Tom Brady, which doesn't make me terribly happy. But when you host a talk show every day, it would be
I know it?
It would be so exhausting if I was really in on Brady, because you just deal with the public is just on you. So I think it tempers my Brady love a little.
Yeah, not me. I'm full on.
Yeah. Well, you're a Boston girl.
Yeah, that is true. I'm a Boston girl. Let's talk about Cam Newton.
Yeah.
As a guy who's been in the media for a while, I feel like I should ask you the media questions because I'm new here. How do you feel about the way that the media has portrayed Cam Newton?
Well, I don't think they've portrayed him. Oh, sorry about that, Hughes. I don't think...
What happened?
The mic wasn't close enough. I've been broadcasting for 30 years. The executives, like a 13-year-old executive's like, hey, your mic...
I'm doing it right, though? I'm doing it right?
Good Mike Hughes imitation. I thought that was a great Mike Hughes.
First of all, the media, everybody's like the media's portraying him.
Yeah.
He's great. The media is saying he's great. I don't see the big portrayal. I don't find many people against him. Almost everybody in the media is for him. He's going to win the MVP. It's like Jason Whitlock's talked about this. It's like this fake narrative. Like I always say about Obama, man, the country is falling apart. And I'm like, not really. It's not really falling apart, Donald Trump. And it's kind of like with Cam Newton. There's this sense that, man, people are portraying him unfairly. Who doesn't like him? He's going to win the MVP.
A lot of people don't like him.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that I interact with. Probably
who do you interact with?
It's a bunch of losers.
Like who's saying they don't like him?
I'm glad we got to the Trump Cam Newton because I heard that comparison.
Yes.
It's wildly fascinating to me.
Well, all I said was, I won't vote for Trump because he's not presidential. Like he's petty. I could shoot people and be president. That's not my president. I'm not going to vote for somebody who says that, right?
Gonna go on Fifth Avenue and shoot someone.
Yeah.
I bet you're not.
Well, and the thing with Cam is, I like Cam, but he's not quarterbackial. Like to a lot of people, he's almost a wide receiver running back personality as a quarterback. He's showy, he's dabbing, and historically, quarterbacks haven't done that. So I think people are like, whoa, this is different. Okay, he's winning. I'm okay with it. But initially, I didn't like Johnny Manziel. I'm like, dude, you can't do the money sign. You're a quarterback. That's what wide receivers do. That's what a linebacker after a big hit. So I think with Cam, it's like, okay, it's different. He's like doing everything shy of show tunes. He's a quarterback. And now you're like, okay, I'm okay with it. Like now he's great. He's scoring. He does it after he wins. I'm okay with it.
Okay. So do you think he's ready to be the next superstar?
Yes.
Okay. And do you think the media is cool with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think they're not?
These are just the thing. I thought you would probably say
like to
something
me,
else. I love Cam Newton. No, I like him.
Okay, so everybody I know is comfortable with Cam Newton. Do you know anybody that's not?
Yeah, there's letters to the editor. There's Facebook posts, and then the media loves finding that element and then making a straw man and say, that said, there's also going to be people who say, I don't like the way he plays quarterback and all. It's just a big issue. It's Monday of media day. Something else will happen. We'll talk about it.
Ask yourself this. Who writes a letter to the editor? In this day and age.
I believe her name was like Frances.
Yeah, I mean, like
Nancy.
Like who writes a letter to the editor?
That's a great. Is it an email at this point, or do you still have to?
I think you write a letter to the editor.
Yikes. Moving on. We can't be in San Francisco and not talk Chip Kelly. So how do you think he's going to do in his second stop in the NFL?
Great. He's smart. He is San Francisco. Like I always have this theory. Stars become their... What are you laughing about?
I like watching your brain work. I'm like, all he's going to say is great, and I'm going to have to find another question.
No.
And you go, here's my theory. He is San Francisco. You lose everyone, and then you bring them back in.
No.
Go ahead.
So, like Rex Ryan is Buffalo. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at Chip Kelly, he works in that culture. Like, Nick Saban could go to Alabama and just grind players. If you went to UCLA and tried to grind players, they'd be like, dude, campus is in Bel Air. Chill, my dad was a pro football player. Like in Alabama, you can go in and grind a player and everybody's okay with it because that's the culture, right? You're respectful to the man, and Nick's the man, and Nick gets you. But like in USC and UCLA have all this talent, right? And they don't win a lot of games, right? Why? Because players are like, I'm from Cali. If this football thing doesn't work out, I'm going to do other stuff. And so, I look at Chip. Chip works here. He'll be accepted. People don't call radio shows here and, hey, he doesn't like cheesesteaks. He's not one of us. I mean, that's like Philadelphia. That's how they – and so Andy Reid felt like Philadelphia. Like he felt like it, so it worked.
Certainly looked like he liked some cheesesteaks.
Absolutely.
I don't think anyone was making
But Chip Kelly, when Chip Kelly left, remember this, he went 10-6, 10-6 with bad quarterbacks, had one bad season. And when he left, there was venom. It wasn't like we're getting the bum out. It was like he's a bad human. He's a bad guy. Where does that venom come from? 10-6, 10-6, a down year, and people hated him. They hated him because he was an outsider. He doesn't talk like them. He doesn't think like them. He is San Francisco. Cerebral, smart, innovative, contrarian. He is San Francisco.
And then you bring them back in. I like that.
Man, it's like it's a gift.
I like that. It's almost like you've done this for a while. You got anything for your buddy? I know you two see each other, every week for dinner?
Can you say this? Because when I walked down, I was like, you look great. You look happy. You look amazing in a totally respect your journalism kind of way.
I'm not a journalist, so you don't have to respect my journalism. That's totally fine.
But you look so happy and hip.
Yeah, what the people at home can't see is I'm wearing a dress.
Yeah.
And boots that go over my knees.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no, it's a thing. That is what you're saying. Now you've crossed the line. Now you made it weird, and you don't get to ask a question. I think I'm just going to throw it a break
getting
now.
Uncomfortable out
That's
here.
how I feel about it. Con, will you stick around?
Sure.
Will you stick around for another block? We're
I
going to
will.
play a game.
Okay, can I sit over there?
I get.
We're not wired for that, Hughes.
Cool. Maybe you can work on learning how to hold a
I'm not a
microphone
big
during
fan
break.
of a mic. It's like I'm not working Atlantic City. Hey, how you doing? I like being mic'd up.
You ready? Here we go. Coming up, I'm gonna do a rap diss of Peyton Manning with Jermaine Dupri. More live garbage time from right now in San Francisco next.
Go Pitt.
Welcome back to Garbage Time, guys. We're still live in San Francisco. They haven't kicked us out yet. That's exciting. All right, so every day this week, we're going to be doing a hashtag of the day. Today's hashtag is Ruin SB Halftime. For example, Left Shark Attack. Coldplay and Beyonce featuring Nickelback? Or the exposed nipple of Randy Jackson. Do you see how this works? I don't really get it either, but tweet us at Garbage Time, and I'll read my favorites at the end of the show. Peter, you got any, hashtag ruin Super Bowl?
I thought of these. I got one. Prince, and then ... Amukamara.
That's great.
Whoa, that was good.
That was good.
Like a lead balloon.
Can
That
you,
was great.
I didn't get a heads up. 3 minutes ago, your producer said come up with something funny. It's like, what am I working on, Kimmel? I am not that funny, okay? He had all day to work on that.
Okay, all day. That take you all day?
The producer fed me that line.
I liked your line better.
Everyone's seeing how the sausage is made. I really wish we could stop. Speaking of the halftime show, I won't put you on the spot. You don't have to.
No, I'm ready for the halftime show.
Okay, good. Every year it seems like people have different opinions on who should perform, so we're going to settle that debate right now with a fantasy draft.
Yeah.
Peter, Colin, and I are going to draft musical acts to build teams, or we'll just roll a title card. We're going to roll a title card,
Look at that graph.
and then I'll explain what's going to happen. We're drafting musical acts to see which one would have the best halftime show ever. Right. This is called, as you saw from that title card, Fantasy Draft Super Bowl Halftime Show Edition.
Right.
Cool. We rolled the title card. Keep going. Live TV. So we're going to do this snake style.
Right.
So it's going to go Schrager, Colin, me, me, Colin, I'll handle it.
3 rounds.
So, 3 rounds.
Okay.
You get to pick 3 musical acts.
Right.
The dream scenario.
Dream scenario for your dream halftime act. Peter, go ahead. Round
First
1.
overall pick, I'm going a San Francisco band, Haight-Ashbury. I'm going the Grateful Dead. They come out. Everyone on Twitter is outraged. Who are these old guys? I hate this. They play a 17-minute version of Casey Jones or something. They just go. Everyone's miserable. That's how I start my halftime show.
All right.
Twitter outraged doesn't sound like a thing
They're
that would
not
ever
fans.
happen.
Not fans.
So I'm not sure. Colin, who's your first pick?
All right. My pick, first of all, the lead singer has been saving the world for like 30 years.
Oh, wow.
My band has won not 1, not 2, 22 Grammys. My band, honorary kingship or something from Queen Elizabeth.
Something.
My band is U2.
Goes there.
You too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody denies loving them, sort of like they deny other things they truly love and say they don't. U2.
Here it is.
You talking about porn?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
kind of was. Glad you delivered it. Yeah.
U2 is porn. That's what it took
By the
away.
way,
I like that.
think about this. My guitarist had the first Twitter handle.
Wait, you have a guitarist?
No, Edge.
Yeah. So U2 is guitar.
Just 4 letters.
That was
whatever
meant
it
as
is,
a
5
joke.
letters.
That wasn't serious.
Oh.
I was trying to be ahead of the...
It landed. Let me tell you. Okay, my turn. So I may be going a little early on this guy, but I got to be honest. I thought, Colin, you might take him next round. So I'm taking Kendrick Lamar.
That was Colin's pick. Second round.
I figured Colin was going to be like, I'm going to get that guy round 2. I'm not sleeping on Kendrick Lamar. Here's my theory on the Super Bowl halftime show. Yes, it's a concert that millions of people are watching.
Right.
But that means you got a responsibility to only put good music in the concert.
Okay.
You can force the whole world to watch this concert. Don't give them white bread. Like, don't give them boring. Give them, like, hey, this is where music should go. You're setting the pace for, like, the direction of music for the next year. So I'm saying Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
That's how I feel. Since it's a snake draft, I go again. And I am going to directly go ahead and just disprove my last point because then I'm going to take Justin Bieber.
Wow.
Now, hear me out.
Whoa.
Hear me out. Number 1, it's time for us all to admit we like him now.
It's good.
We like him. His music is good all of a sudden. It may not be his, it's
actually,
not
his new
because of
stuff,
him. It's good.
It's pretty good.
So we have to just admit it. Also, we're going to need somebody to get the headlines, to do something weird and crazy, and I wasn't comfortable with Miley Cyrus, so I went with Justin Bieber.
Sure.
And also, he may do something on this stage that lets us hate him again, which would be a win-win.
The pendulum.
Yeah, so like we need to
The love-hate pendulum.
force to swing it the other way so we can all then, the universe can be back in line, get realigned, and we can say, I hate Justin Bieber. So I'm
Raise your hand if you cried during his documentary.
I loved it.
I
saw it.
didn't
I loved
watch
it.
it.
John Woo directed. I loved it. It was excellent. It was great. I saw it. It was fantastic. I'm on a lot of planes.
I'm the one who didn't see the Justin Bieber.
It's really actually fantastic.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not going to lie.
Colin, what's your number 2 pick since I took Kendrick Lamar?
All right, after taking the critically acclaimed, very mainstream U2, I need a little crazy.
What?
I need a little crazy. Even out the scales. I'm going to go from Dublin to Los Angeles. I'm going to go Kanye West.
Kanye West.
What? You know who?
Yes. First of all, he's a little out there.
He sure
There
is.
is a
If you ask Amber Rose, he's a lot out there.
Whoa! A rose is a rose is a rose. Sorry.
It worked.
Could be a Kardashian thing working. So I'm going to go from U2 to Kanye West.
That's good. Peter, what's your second pick?
Well, let's start with the Grateful Dead. I'm coming out. The 3 tenors. All right, they're coming out. Okay,
What?
the 3 tenors are coming out, and instead of Pavarotti, because he's no longer with us, we're going Michael Bublé. What a voice! I would love this halftime show if just Placido Domingo comes out and just wows you.
Wow.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm being told live TV we're cutting off the 3rd round, but I just want everyone to know my last pick was The Roots, and it was probably the best pick ever. Thank you for being here, Colin.
I can't sell Shania Twain.
There it is. Who was your 3rd one, just for the record?
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, hey, girl. Guys, The Herd is live every day from noon to 3 Eastern on FS1.
Are we all
exciting.
going out tonight?
Yes, we are.
Hell, we are now, but I'm not wearing this dress. Coming up, I get some advice on recording a diss track from none other than Jermaine Dupri. Very exciting.
Cheer for day drinkers.
Cue the Shania.
Yeah! Welcome back to Garbage Time, guys. Live from Radio Row in San Francisco. I do watch the Puppy Bowl for the commercials. And also, the puppies. Obviously, I'm widely known as the host of a super successful TV show that's big and cool enough to have its own set at the Super Bowl. Right, guys?
Yeah.
They can't hear anything I'm saying. I'm also no stranger to the music business. Did you know that? So I called my good friend, Grammy-winning producer, Jermaine Dupri, and I got in the studio, it was a name drop, to record a few tracks about the Broncos and the way they beat my Patriots to get here to the Super Bowl. In the biz, folks, we call that a diss track. Take notes, Meek Mill. So I'm here to lay down some diss tracks, some Peyton Manning diss tracks with my producer, Jermaine Dupri.
Uh-oh.
People read them out of their phone. That's what rappers do, right?
I don't, but yeah.
But some do.
Yeah, some do.
All right, so I'm gonna.
All right, let's see.
Like this beat?
This is very, like, no shoes and weed incense.
So I should take my shoes off because I'm high as right now? All right, here we go. Let me catch the beat. Gotta wait for it.
Hey.
Yeah. My name's Katie Nolan. I hate the Mannings. Peyton throws like that little girl Dakota Fanning. Brock Lobster's my dude. He deserves the credit. Ask me anything about it on Reddit.
Okay, all right, okay.
It's good?
Yeah, I was waiting for some more.
No, we're gonna do a verse at a time.
Oh, okay.
And give you the opportunity to let me know how bad that was.
It was actually, I think because you are passionate about that loss, you actually put a little bit more passion into this rap, because I watched you on other shows, and I think this is the best one you did.
I think so, too.
Yeah. That's because you're more passionate about that loss.
Yeah.
That really hurt you, huh?
And also, but also I've been practicing.
Oh, okay. So
I've been doing a lot of practice.
So which one? 50-50?
It's a little bit of both. I would say that my success there on that rap was contributed to both of those factors that you mentioned.
All right, well, that's good. So put that same energy into the second verse. Let's go.
All right. Here we go. Give me a beat. I need the beat in my headphones. I have no snare. All right, sorry, here we go. Take it seriously. This is a rap battle. Yeah. Brady's still the best around. Peyton's head is too big to wear the crown. He sits his ass on the bench, not the throne. Something, human growth hormone. What? Peyton takes HGH. What?
Whoa.
Allegedly.
Oh, yeah?
Allegedly. Just gotta cover our legal bases there on that rap.
Okay, all right. What if Peyton approaches you?
I will.
You know, this how it works. When you diss somebody, you gotta see him.
I'll just right in his face, like, what's up? I'm not afraid. Oh, I am not afraid. You think he's gonna come at me with a diss track?
No, he's gonna. What if he just gets right in your face, like, yo, what's up?
I'll say, nothing much. What's up with you?
All right.
See, it's intimidating.
So wait, because this could get really bad. Like
I don't think so. I think sports are a little bit different than hip hop.
No, that's what I'm saying. He might get really. What if they win and he gets on the mic at the end and be like, "Yo, did y'all hear that rap that this girl said about me on the garbage time?"
That would be great, because then Peyton Manning would have said garbage time, and our show would finally get some people to watch it.
Oh.
I'm not mad at any of it.
God.
It's a win-win for our show.
Right, I can't. Let's go to the third verse.
All right, here we go. Third verse. Beat. I like this beat.
You like this beat?
You just gotta wait for it. Here we go.
So you like the weed? You like the weed infested insect vibe?
Is that what this is?
Like.
Weed infested?
Yeah.
With like a glow in the dark fuzzy poster on the wall.
Fuzzy poster, yeah, all that.
Here we go. Peyton is old as. The only way the Broncos win is with a lot of luck. With the Pats knocked out, I must demand, go home, Denver. Pats fans for Cam.
Hey,
Pats fans for Cam. And then the crowd, Pats fans for Cam.
Oh
go home, Denver. Pats fans for Cam.
All right. Hey.
You feel it, right? You got it.
That third verse was, you felt that one more.
Yeah, got it.
So
I'm basically a rapper now.
Out of the three, that third verse was better. You had more, like, the cadence was right.
Okay.
You added a little, like, how did you start it off?
Peyton's old as I started on the downbeat.
You said Peyton. Yeah, you did a little thing like that. I like that little style.
Yeah, what's that called?
Swag.
I have swag.
Yeah, you got a little swag.
Do I have swag?
You got a little swag.
Because when I think hip-hop, I think Peter Schrager's. I'm just wondering what you think.
Oh, it was fun. He was dressed like an accountant, though. Why do you have a shirt and tie and sunglasses on inside?
Because it's not 1999.
I was just like, but isn't that the... Okay,
That's Jermaine Dupri.
Your rap was good, I guess, but...
Wow.
Jermaine Dupri.
You've just got nothing but ringing endorsements for me today.
Jermaine Dupri in a suit.
The only person on set who said something nice to me today was Colin Coward, so I don't feel great about it. Peter.
You're doing great. The rap was fantastic. I'm sure Peyton Manning is shaking in his boots.
Big thanks to Jermaine Dupri. Be sure to check out his new show on Lifetime, The Rap Game. I love you, Peter. I'm just screwing with you. Coming up later, we go to Schragertown, folks. We're getting on the train. Are you excited, Peter? Yeah, you are. Don't answer that. More Garbage Time live from Radio Row in San Francisco next.
It's the place.
Welcome back to Garbage Time, everybody, live from San Francisco. Everybody was just trying to interview me while I'm on TV. I just want that to be clear. He's like, did they up your wardrobe budget? Like, I gotta do this show. Earlier in the show, and yes, they did. They did up it. Earlier in the show, I decided that I'm rooting for the Panthers this week, right? I told you that. Because it's the lesser of two evils, really. Hashtag Pats fans for Cam. So as a new Panthers fan, I am very excited about the fact that they have a new theme song. Have you not heard the new theme song? Well, allow me to show you the Panther Bounce.
Panther Bounce.
Your quarterback is old as hell. He's slow and fast and don't throw so well. And Super Cam just isn't fair. He went on the ground or through the air. Not to mention best be in the league. Allen, Norman, Luke, Kuechly, Tillman, Johnson, or Tulele. We've got you covered on any play. When we're on the field, we're ready to pound. Boogie on down to the Panther Bounce. When we're on the field, we're ready to pound. Boogie on down to the Panther Bounce.
Ow.
Oh, God. Yeah. You're welcome, Carolina. Yeah.
Welcome.
I'm basically like the guys who made the Macarena and the girl who made the electric slide. Their names are escaping me at the moment, but they're hugely famous. Schrager, did you have any notes? No? We'll move on.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Better, well produced and better than the Super Bowl Shuffle, I think. Which at the time was like a high tech, like that was better than that. That was great.
Yeah, it was tough we were trying to do a Super Bowl Shuffle thing, but like I minored in dance. And so I can't help but, catch the beat and
being really good and
drop some flavor on them.
dabbing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There may be a Broncos version coming at some point this week. Spoiler alert. There is a Broncos one coming at some point this week. First, though, guys, it's time to go choo-choo to Schragertown.
I love this.
Is that how you choo-choo?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Okay.
My head bouncing?
It sure is. I don't know. Schragertown seems like a weird place.
Strange place.
So we're going to you to give me the latest on the NFL, because I don't know if you've noticed, I'm busy. I got stuff to do. So here's one that happened just a little while ago. I heard the Broncos team bus got into an accident. Minor accident?
Yeah,
Update
minor
me on
accident.
that.
They had practice at Stanford University. Then they were driving on the team bus to their hotel in Santa Clara. Minor fender bender, but the windshield did crack. I talked to the guys at the Broncos. No injuries. DeMarcus Ware tweeted about it. If he hadn't tweeted about it, maybe no one would even known. But this is what kind of happens on Super Bowl week. Distractions come up. Who knows how bad it could have been, but no problems. Broncos moving right along.
You would have known, because you're an insider. So you get all that sort of information. You know everything. Russell Wilson threw 3 touchdowns and won Pro Bowl offensive MVP yesterday, which is a thing. Which is the thing that I would never want to win. I'd rather just, please don't tell anyone I was even at this thing. What happened? Did you?
No, I didn't.
Team Irvin beat Team Rice, which means that.
In my whole childhood, I grew up Team Irvin, right?
Yeah.
So when Team Rice comes,
I know.
No, there's no.
Well, I
real
like
feel.
Rice-A-Roni, so I've been a big Team Rice fan for a while.
Ratings were low. None of the Patriots went. Only one Steeler went, David DeCastro. They've got to fix this thing somehow, because the players, as much as they love a free trip to Hawaii, the fans weren't watching, the players weren't really involved. When you see Teddy Bridgewater, no offense, Teddy, as your Pro Bowl quarterback, something's askew.
Did he wear 2 gloves even
in Hawaii?
Oh, my God, it doesn't make any sense. Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
News came out yesterday that he retired.
Didn't retire
Or,
yet.
gonna retire. What's the deal?
He might retire. In fact, I'd be pretty surprised if we saw him next year. And
Really?
He's giving up a lot of money, $16 million next year. He's going to be surrendering. And everyone's saying, well, he just wants to get out of that contract. That's not Calvin Johnson. I did 3 of their games this year. His body's beat up, his ankles, his knees. And Calvin Johnson's a pretty smart guy where he's 30 years old. He's made all the money he'll ever need to make. His mother's a doctor. His father's an engineer. This is a guy who's a smarter player than just football, football, football. He wants to do bigger things in life. If he's out now, he's out now. He's had a Hall of Fame career.
You think that's really a thing? Because I felt like, I mean, it could just be, I checked the Players Tribune, and I kept refreshing it, and I'm like, I don't see a retirement announcement, so I'm pretty sure if you don't retire there, did you really even?
And he hasn't retired yet, but he will get that first-person essay on the Players Tribune, and it'll be awesome.
Hopefully he writes a soliloquy.
I hope so, a poem.
To rival
a poem.
Kobe's. I'm going to say right now, I don't think he's retiring, but we'll just duke that out later. And I would know better than you, so. Last week you were tweeting from Mobile, Alabama.
Have you been?
I have not. I've never been to Alabama. Sweet tea? Did you get any, like, sweet tea?
Unsweet.
Unsweetened iced tea? What are you, the worst ever?
It was great.
Okay, you went to the Senior Bowl, right? Which players most impressed you?
There's a guy at North Dakota State named Carson Wentz. He was the best quarterback there.
Pete's brother from Fall Out Boy.
That's it. He's the big Fall Out Boy. Was married to Ashley Simpson. So this guy, Carson Wentz, he's 6'5", big arm. He's compared to Joe Flacco. Came out of kind of nowhere the last 2 years.
So he's elite.
He's elite. He's elite, just like PFT commenter. And he might go top 10 in the draft this year. There's talk he might go as high as number 2 to the Browns. Everyone was blown away by him, and he's not from a traditional school, so it's actually an interesting storyline to follow.
Cool. I will definitely let you follow it and then tell me all about it. Media Day is tonight.
Yeah.
Which, okay, even saying it, it's like media night.
Yeah, media day is tonight.
We're both going. Everyone talks about Cam and Peyton, but who are you most looking forward to hearing from?
3 guys. 1, Josh Norman is out of his mind. This guy is full of quotes. He's incredible. He's very eccentric. He's going to be a star tonight. Aqib Talib, he talks a lot of trash. He was the one who said, we're going to beat Tom Brady. They did beat Tom Brady. Sorry about this, Katie. And the last one, I love a good, like, 70-year-old lovable guy. And this version of Wade Phillips that we're getting is amazing. He dances with Von Miller. He does all sorts of things. He's got a Twitter handle now that he's tweeting actively from. I think Wade Phillips might end up being the star of Media Day tonight. Media Day tonight. That's my favorite thing in the world. So those 3 guys. Media Day tonight. I think that guy is going to be someone to watch because he might say some funny things.
I think you're going to be the star of Media Day tonight, Peter.
I just can't wait to hang out with you there. It's going to be amazing.
I'm super excited. That seemed genuine.
It was real.
I appreciate that.
It was real.
Do we take a train and leave Schragertown, or do we just throw it a break? We'll throw it a break. I'm looking forward to Media Day. Make sure I get to talk to someone cool, because you know these people and I don't. So you just make sure that I get to, people are like, who are you? Coming up, Twitter only lets you write 140 characters, so I got a 140-second tour of Twitter's headquarters here in San Francisco. It's sweet. Stay tuned. More live garbage time from Radio Row in San Francisco after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are live from San Francisco, and it's exciting. Speaking of excited, we were very excited to travel here to San Francisco for the Super Bowl. But in order to put a show together, we needed an office, obviously. Thankfully, our friends at Twitter gave us a space in their awesome headquarters. And yesterday, I got the full tour. So I'm here at Twitter headquarters, and I have the place all to myself, but I don't know my way around. So, Rally, do you think that you could give me a tour?
Let's do it.
Here's the thing. Twitter only gives me 140 characters, so I'm only giving you 140 seconds.
I'll have to be fast. Let's go.
Let's go. Should I follow you?
Absolutely.
So much
Welcome to the roof deck.
space. Look at all this space.
Check it out.
Is this allowed?
Totally.
Is this allowed?
Is this allowed?
This is just like my office, except like 18 times the size of it. This is amazing.
This is the Twitter Commons, where we have all of our meetings, all of our major announcements, and more importantly, all of our food.
Oh, how much is it expensive?
It's actually free. There's too much to show you. We should head upstairs. I gotta show you something. I'm not sure if you'll recognize it. Know anyone?
Oh my God, I remember this. It's funny because the way you guys, I mean, I'm sure the painter only had so much time, but you missed, I was right here.
Oh.
So I'll just.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, just put yourself in it.
Fix it. You want to get in here too with me and my
sure.
famous friends?
So let's head on in here. I want to show you where you're gonna be all week.
Is this a living wall? Like it's real. It's like dirt in here. This is a real wall.
You know what might make you feel a little bit more relaxed?
What?
A little special surprise for you. You might want to head over there.
Oh, yeah. There's a bar. I'm gonna just get myself some beer. Wait, what?
It's kind of disappointing, but I have a little surprise for you. Next stop is on the 5th floor.
Am I bringing
Think we
this
can
with me?
make it? Yeah, BYOB. Come on in. Welcome to the lodge.
Oh my God, it's like a log cabin.
That's exactly what it is. It's 2 log cabins that we moved into the space.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
While I have you here, tell me really quickly, like, what's the power of Twitter during an event like the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, the power of Twitter is that it's real time, and it's kind of like a bar, your favorite sports bar right in front of you. You can talk with all of your friends and maybe people that aren't your friends, and you can do so with a beer in your hand.
I drunk tweet all the time. Like, if you put garbage time on this screen and watched our show, my head would be almost as big as Peyton Manning.
So one last stop. Are you up for it?
I'm
Biggest
ready.
surprise of the day.
No way! What? When do you get work done? Oh my God, yes! Yes! This is the best ever! Let's not leave. Let's just work here. I want to work at Twitter. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God, you guys. Come on, Nolan! Get it together! The tour was amazing. You buried the lead. Just start here.
But then we wouldn't have made it anywhere else. I've heard about you.
Is there Wi-Fi in this room?
There is,
Can
absolutely.
I'm never gonna
Welcome
leave.
to your office. We're excited to have you guys here this week.
Thank you so much.
Of course, thanks for coming.
Yeah, damn right. That's amazing. Fun fact, I beat Harrison Barnes' high score. We'll be doing more from Twitter all week, so be sure to stay tuned for more of that. Coming up, we'll look at our favorite submission for the hashtag of the day. So hopefully you sent in something good. We asked you guys to tweet us using the hashtag #RuinSuperBowl_halftime, so we'll see who sent us the best tweet. More from Super Bowl after the break. Welcome back, you guys. We're almost done for the day, and thank God, because I am sweating through my dress. But before we go, we've been using the hashtag #RuinSuperBowl_halftime. Let's take a look at our favorite response from Tigers Slappy. You know him.
Good old Tiger Slappy.
Antonio Cromartie trying to sing happy birthday to each of his kids individually.
Wow.
Hashtag longest halftime ever. Yes, that would be a pretty long halftime.
Had a vasectomy, didn't work. That's the story. That's the word. That's the word on the street.
If I had to guess which one of us would drop vasectomy
That's
on my
the word
live
on the
television show, I would have guessed me, but
Insider.
it was you. I don't want you to get any more inside with Antonio Cromartie's vasectomy. Nice work, guys. Thank you for sending in those hashtags. We're going to be playing hashtag games throughout the week, so keep tweeting at us while you play along at home. This is going well. That's it for us from here.
It.
I don't have much more. Do you, what's happening tomorrow? Are you going to come back tomorrow?
I'm going to be back tomorrow. I cannot wait. We're doing Media Day tonight. We had Colin Cowherd talking about U2 and commenting on Kanye West is his kind of guy. I mean, this is fantastic.
Can we just do this show again tomorrow? Because
That
I
was
think I got all the bugs out today.
Great.
I don't think we need to do a whole new show
Felt good.
4 more times.
We're in. Live TV
Rest
every
of the
day.
week. I'm so tired.
Your mom's getting some groceries.
What are you wearing tonight to this media night thing? Am I supposed to get dressed up? Can
Yes.
I wear these boots?
Yes. Wear what Jermaine Dupri wore to his interview with you, and you're good. You're
Okay,
fine.
perfect. All right, guys, that's it for us from Radio Row. Big thanks to Colin Cowherd, Jermaine Dupri,